Hey, what is going on, guys? I wanted to upload a video today just explaining my trades from yesterday. I kind of avoided trading too much today because it was the Fed meeting, but the day before usually sees a lot of volatility, so I figured it might be a good day to trade. Anyways, I traded NVIDIA. So we can see NVIDIA here, and I do the same thing every single time. I try to find a trend in the stock to see if there's any pattern that stands out to me. And since we're trading this day, we're looking at the 19th and before. Let me jump to the daily chart. And since NVIDIA had this strong sell off recently, it was hard to find a trend really. So I can turn off that trend. And I've been experimenting with this new indicator. That's the main reason I wanted to make this video. So this is the indicator right here. So it's called Support Resistant Channel Zones Multi-Frame. It's by the same person, the one who made the Trendlines Pro. So this is how it looks like if you're looking for this. And this has been really good to me in terms of finding strong support and resistance areas. Or supply and demand levels. So for the settings, I just like to remove the tables. When you keep the tables in there, let me turn this on. If you keep the tables, it just gives you like the numerical values of the support and resistance levels. And I just like seeing the shading, so I just turned that off. And I would suggest if you're swing trading, day trading, whatever it is, to just play around and see how these levels correspond with the stock. As you can see, it's very good um, finding those supply and demand levels where it might reject off of, where it might find support off of. So if you are swing trading, like if I was swing trading NVIDIA, I might consider this to be a decent day to swing trade, even though I don't think swing trading is the smartest thing right now with everything that's going on with the volatility in the market. So anyways, I've been finding more success with using the 1 hour and trading on 5 minute charts. So once we find these levels, I'm gonna just highlight them because I've noticed sometimes they like to disappear. So let's go to our 1 hour and we can just highlight these levels and highlight these levels here. And maybe we'll go all the way up here as well. Okay, now we can turn this off and we can jump into our 5 minute and I'll show you what I saw for NVIDIA on the 20th. So I'll turn on my VWAP, and a lot of people have asked me which VWAP that I use. I use this one right here. So it just says volume weighted average price. I think if you type it in, it's right there. And when you first select it, it gives you all of these bands. I unselect all of them, and this is what I do. If I'm looking for shorts, I only select the upper band. If I'm looking to find a long on a position, I'm selecting the lower band. So I was looking for shorts on NVIDIA. I just figured going into the Fed day that it would not push above this level right here. So we'll write this down as a resistance level. And we'll leave it right there. So NVIDIA ran up and around, if I look, around 1150 is when I went to short. So I seen it came towards this resistance level, and I just wanted to see what NVIDIA will do at this level. So then I jump to the 1 minute. Once it reaches that resistance level, I jump to the 1 minute and I just see what it's doing there. Is it trying to break through? Is it trying to come below this level? And I would maybe buy a small amount of puts here and then find my real position below the upper band of this VWAP. So around right here. And that's what I did. And my goal is the bottom of this channel, of this zone that it gave me. If you don't reach the bottom, that's fine. I would take maybe some profits along the way. But this indicator has been awesome in finding these levels. If you look at NVIDIA today, which I didn't trade it today, but we can see that this second zone played as amazing resistance again. And then this played as a good support level. If you waited until it went to the bottom of this 132 level, you could have found a nice long position and then you could have shorted it, which I did not do because with the Fed meeting, you never know what could happen. Let's look at SPY. And I have been experimenting with both the 1 hour, the daily, and the 30-minute. And as you can see, if you were trading SPY today on this super volatile day, I think it was around 2 p.m. So yeah, around 2 p.m. was when the Fed meeting happened. So it was at this, around this area right here, at the Fed meeting, or when Jerome Powell was speaking, was around here. And you can see SPY just tanked, but look where it found support. At this demand level, it found support around here. And this is when I would consider, if I was trading this today, this is when I would consider taking longs to see what is it doing here. Is it finding support here? And it did. And this time I would probably switch, since I'm looking for long, the lower band and waiting for a break of this, a nice break of this. And then we can see we found a nice long position. And our sell area would be this next zone right here or anywhere on the way. And we can see that this actually worked as resistance again. And it sold off. And this time, if you're looking for puts, I would use the other band and wait for a break of this band. And you can see it was finding some consolidation around here, finally broke below it, and our take profit level of our full position would be this next green zone. Even if we look at the day before, if you were looking to long the market, we can see that SPY came down into this zone, this green zone, and it kind of consolidated. And the only time I never like to add to a losing trade, so if I was to buy around right here and I see it selling off, I would not buy it unless I might take a smaller position around right here because it's at the bottom of this support level. And it's our last opportunity to take some longs. And we can see once it broke above this VWAP level that it ran up around $385. So that's all for today. I just wanted to introduce this new indicator. It's been helping me a lot. I would experiment with all these different time zones, the 30-minute, the hour, the daily chart, whatever you think is levels or time zones that many people would look at. I've also been kind of looking at the 15-minute, which I think has been sort of helpful. I traded Netflix, I think it was, on the 15-minute. Let me jump to. Yeah, I took a trade on Netflix yesterday, um, and it was off of this zone. And let me show you what happened. Try to make this quick. So I had the same mentality as I did for the Nvidia trade. I figured once these tech stocks get into this strong supply zone, that they're going to sell off, anticipating the Fed meeting that's coming up. So Netflix ran up, came into this 248, 249 zone, and I took a short position around right here, and I was stopped out. My stop loss, I put it around $250. So I was stopped out, but as you can see, if I held on a little longer, if I was maybe just a little bit more patient, it would have paid a little bit. But that happens. We can't expect to win all our trades, and having risk management is the only way we can stay in this game longer than others. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, and please send this to anyone who you think might benefit. Take care. Peace.